Our life is like a rosary. It has so many mysteries. That is why the Holy Rosary can be considered as the prayer of the different seasons of our lives. Sometimes it's joyful, other times sorrowful. There are times that are dark, but light comes. And yes, at the end of it all, the glorious mystery will unfold in our lives. Nung pong tayo yung mga bata pa, hindi ko alam sa mga ka-generation ko, pinapasulat tayo lagi ng slambuk at hinihingi doon ang iyong favorite quotation or ano ang paboritong saying mo. To be honest with you, it sounds very corny, pero ang lagi ko pong nilalagay sa slambuk ay, life is like a rosary full of mystery. And I remembered it very clearly kapag yung mga classmate ko nag-iikot ng kanilang mga slambuk at hihingin ang iyong saying, life is like a rosary full of mystery. At that time, of course, you don't understand it and you just want to say it because in my experience, as I was growing up, my mother was always forcing us to say the rosary, pray the rosary every night. Bago matulog o after dinner, pagkatapos ng mga assignment, laging rosary. At hindi lang rosary, I remember meron pang mga iba't ibang mga novena, mga tresahayo. I don't know if you remember those other prayers. And every night, our mother would teach us and force us to pray the Holy Rosary, not thinking that it was actually a seed. It was really more a seed was being sown in me, in my heart, to always connect myself to the Holy Rosary. Time and again, I realize that with the Holy Rosary in my pocket, with the Holy Rosary as a basic prayer that I have learned, I am given a rope, a lifeline to prayer and yes, to heaven. Ngayon, sa mga panahon ngayon, hindi na-appreciate ng mga bata ang rosary. No? Pero sa akin, pag wala yung rosary sa aking bed, no? Pag wala ang rosary sa pagtulog ko, hindi ako mapakali. Parang feeling ko, pag hindi ko hawak yung rosary, pag natutulog, ang feeling ko ay baka bangungutin ako. No? So nagkaroon ako ng ganong parang, I don't know how you call it. It could be trauma or what. Pero parang naipasok sa aking isip ng aking nanay na kailangang hawak mo yung rosary. Para pag, if you die in your sleep, ang akala nila holy ka. No? Kasi hawak mo yung rosary. But, kidding aside, it has become some sort of a comfort shield or comfort whatever that you hold in your hand. It sounds very shallow, but somehow if you are able to develop that habit, it won't go away anymore. Ngayon kasi, pag lumalabas tayo ng bahay, when we go out, ang nagpapabalik sa atin sa kwarto ay iba na no? Pag labas mo ng bahay at bigla ka may naalala na hindi mo nadala, no? Nagpapanik ka na agad, no? Nagkakaroon ka na agad ng heart attack. Yung pala, naiwanan mo yung cellphone mo, no? Nakakainis. Dati-rati kasi, yung rosary yung ganyan. No? Dati-rati, kapag labas mo ng bahay at uy, parang may naiwanan ako. Naiwanan ko yung aking rosary. Ngayon, naku, naiwanan ko cellphone ko. So, from this very practical or simple practice of bringing the rosary in your pocket, or in your hand wherever you go. This gives us also the deeper meaning of the connectedness of Mama Mary in our daily life, in our daily struggles, in the different mysteries of our lives. The Blessed Mother is with us. That we have a mother who will keep us under the mantle of her protection. Naalala ko po dati na lagi kaming dinadala ng nanay ko sa mga different Marian shrines. No? Yun ang parang ipinasok sa amin nung kami bata. She would bring us to the different shrines. And she has a favorite shrine because I grew up in Bicol. And she would bring us always to Albay to go to the Nuestra Señora de Salvacion, in Horoan, somewhere in Albay. And that's very prominent in my awareness and my earliest memory of my childhood. Mama bringing us closer to another Mama, the Blessed Mother. I'm sharing this with you, especially to you, dear parents. Handing on the faith, continuing the line of tradition of handing over the faith to the children. It's not hard. It's not really hard. Sometimes we think that we have to teach the children about the doctrine of the church. We teach them about theology or whatnot. No. In fact, handing over the faith to children can be done in the simplest way, just by giving them a rosary, just by handing over to them some basic prayers, and we will stick with them wherever they go. That has been my experience. I don't know about you, but always it comes from the mother. Handing over the faith primarily comes from the mother. Maybe from the father sometimes, but in my childhood consciousness or memory, I did not see a father there handing over the faith to me. My father was, together with my mother, but it was the mother who was handing on the faith actively to the children. And no wonder, in the Catholic faith, Mama Mary has a prominent role in proclaiming the good news about His Son. Because in human psychology, the deep connection of the child is not really with paternity. The deepest connection of the child is with the mother. So Mama Mary, time and again, appears here and there to some people, some children. Why? Kasi kung meron ng main broadcaster ng balita ng tungkol sa anak niya, nanay yun. At very practical sa ating pananampalataya yun na ang nagmamarket, if you may say that, ang nagpapahayag, ang nagpo-promote ng kanyang anak, the main promoter of any child is the mother. That is why, if we forget the mother, pag inaalis natin si Maria sa larawan, inaalis natin yung main marketing agent ni Jesus. Not because Jesus needs help, not because He needs a promoter, no. But because it is but natural for the mother to always lead people to her Son. It is always natural for the mother to tell people about her Son. I remember my mother, when I became a priest, talagang ang nanay ko po yung aking #1 fan. Talagang kaya ako nahihiya, I'm embarrassed all the time. Oh, ito yung anak kong pari. No? Ayan, anak kong magaling na pari. Manliliit ka na lang, no? Kasi minsan, you ever hear your mother na chinichika ka sa mga amiga niya, no? Uy, anak ko nga ang tali-talino nga ng anak ko no? O ang anak ko nga, no? Ang pogi-pogi niyan kasi yan. At mabango lagi yan, no? One time, I was so embarrassed kasi yung nanay ko ay na po ako nun, pari na po ako nun. Tapos hinahalikan yung kilikili ko. No, parang, pari na ako. Tapos sa harap ng mga tao, no? Sa harap ng mga tao. But yet you always see that in the mother. And Mama Mary, the reason why we are given the Holy Rosary, yes, it's a Marian prayer, but it's a prayer of Mary that leads always to her Son, Jesus. And that's what we will take up later in our SMG. We go back again to the Holy Rosary and look at the scriptural foundations of the Holy Rosary. But for now, let's honor Our Lady of the Rosary. One practical suggestion: drill this into your children. No, pagka pumapasok sa eskwela, pabaunan mo, hindi lang ng hotdog, pabaunan mo rin ng rosary. O anak, pag mo aalisin sa pocket mo yan, ha? O kaya sa bag mo, ha? Lagi mo dadalhin yan. It's that simple, but also so powerful because it sticks with you. You carry it with you for the rest of your life. The mother, if there is someone that can tell us about Jesus in the most intimate way, in the most practical way, it is his mother. So on this feast, on this memorial of Our Lady of the Rosary, we go to the Holy Rosary, to the Blessed Mother, because that is our connection, our lifeline with Jesus. Again, not that because Jesus wants and needs a marketing agent, but because it's just but natural for his mother to always proclaim the joy, the sorrow, the light, the glory that he brings to us. Maraming salamat po sa inyong pagdalo sa ating banal na misa, sa karangalan ng Mahal na Ina ng Santo Rosario. Sa ating online parishioners, thank you for praying with us. Tomorrow at 5 o'clock, we will have our Mass, the usual Sunday Mass, and after that will be our Living Rosary in honor of Our Lady. The young people, children, will be with us, lead us in the praying of the Rosary after the Mass of 5 o'clock tomorrow. Magpapamigay din tayo bukas ng mga Rosary. So if you want to come back at 5 p.m. tomorrow, let's honor the Blessed Mother by way of this Living Rosary together with the children and the young people.